Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we are very happy to see you here today. Today we are working on one of Alison Johnson's beautiful projects for #1 grandson. He's going to be a big brother come August, and we are very excited for him and Miss Alison to welcome in a new grandbaby into the family. So this is for him, and it's something very special. It has a very much of a firefighter sort of theme to it. The background is called, the backing is called Save the Day. It's got fire trucks and sheriff and words and pictures of like motorcycles and fire trucks and helicopters and ambulances and all sorts of necessary emergency vehicles that we have here and need here, right? So what I have done here is we kind of did a discussion of, what thread we wanted. This is a beautiful, beautiful block. I love it. I love how it's all sectioned out. It's got these little tabs on the side and then this piece up in the center and then like the little, hourglass in the middle. It's absolutely a gorgeous block. And I can see this coming together quite quickly. And especially if you wanted to bust your stash, definitely you can make this happen. It's absolutely gorgeous fabric. So what we've decided to do here is do something in the center where all the blocks were, which is a swirl and star pattern. You'll be seeing that as it's getting stitched out, or the circles are getting stitched out. And in the white part here, this white little thin berry border, we're putting in just complete whole circles. And then in the plaid section here, we're actually doing a heart that goes up and down. It's flipped and flopped all the way around. We also have and I'll show you once all the circles are done and before we get to the hearts, it's called a fireman's tool stitch out, and we put that in every single corner, but I kind of angled it so it was aiming towards the center of the quilt. So no matter which way the quilt was, it really didn't have a direction of the way it needed to sit. So everything was in the center. So this is this is a large quilt. It's like 84 by 76 or something like that. So this will do him for quite some time until he's older. And it'd be quite a little, little tent quilt and, making sure to take over to Grandma and Grandpa's house quilt. I mean, or maybe even stays there. I don't know. So let's keep stitching on what we got going on here in these two borders. So let's just resume on Walt. And we're using cloud blue thread. We did have a couple of options of a darker color, a lighter color. I'll just show you a couple that we had here as options. Oops. Okay, just a few, so you can, I'll put them actually down here so you can actually see them. We had a couple of those options of how we wanted to quilt. Whether you want your stitching to stand out or you want it to blend, it's completely up to you and the project that it holds. So, but it's always nice when we get asked to feedback, like, okay, what does Pop think? Because Pop's fantastic with choosing thread for projects. He makes it either blend or stand out depending on how he feels about the quilt top. It's really his initial feeling and the thread choices I'm giving him, or he'll come out and pick his own. There's been times of that too. So, and it never goes wrong. Never goes wrong. So this little stitch out here is just a row of circles, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 circles, and then that's all it does. It doesn't actually link itself up if I were to go repeat the pattern. So I thought that was a little weird with this one, but we'll go with it. It's the way it is. And I certainly didn't want to stretch this one little 11 out into really big oblongs or something like that. To me that didn't really suit. So put a little circle. And you can see here where some of the swirl and then the star is popping out on this little stitch out. It's absolutely beautiful. Now again, this would have been beautiful in gold, in gray, in a dark blue, in a red, in a bright yellow. There's not a green, I think, here on this whole quilt, so you could have added that color as a thread choice. You could add a dark green, a light green, a golden green. There's lots of many different colors. Okay. That you can choose to either accent or, just get it quilted. Just get it quilted so it's all put together and you don't really see the quilting. I mean, you'll see the quilting, but it's not going to make, hey, look at me, sort of thing. And I'm leaving these tails here. You'll see little tails I'm leaving. I want to make sure I can rethread those back in so they hide and nothing comes apart. Okay. This has been a very fun project to work on, and I'm glad that we did like hearts, swirls, circles, stars, and then the fireman tool stitch out, all on this one project. And it's not making it look cluttered or overdone or over quilted or anything like that. It's just blending a few of these lovely stitches that we have here and making it all cohabitate, habitate all into one sort of thing. No one ever says you have to have just one stitch, right? So, and I like doing a little bit of a border accent to the quilt tops. I mean, you usually add a border to the project anyways, so I always feel the border should be a little bit separate on the stitch out. Sometimes people want it really, really dense. Some people want it really loose. So, and I could have, included like the whole red spans of the border and the white in the border stitch out itself for the hearts. But I thought it would look lovely with the circles. So, and Alison was in agreement. Oh, we did good on the clicking there. Woo woo. And then it's just going to stitch out a beautiful little heart one. And I'm going to watch it because, of course, this is the sides. This is what was the sides as I was coming down the quilt, stitching it from one part to the next, or the edge to the edge part. And I flipped it, and now I'm working on the sides because I want the stitches to be nice and consistent. I don't want them to, be askew from each other or anything like that. So sometimes you get a couple of little wrinkles, not wrinkles, but where the fabric was rolled. So I just want to make sure as it's stitching out, I'm not getting any like pleats or puckers or anything like that. So I'm just going to watch it and make sure that when it stitches out, it's going to lay nice and flat. And then I got a bunch of threads. Oh, there you go. You can see the stitch out, the fireman tool stitch out there. Sorry, I meant to show you. And I brain farted. I apologize. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. And then of course it matches the ones I've done on the other side. So it's the hearts in between the fireman tools and beautiful circles in that white border, and then a lovely swirl and star stitch out in the center. And I just think all those stitch outs really combine and make this quilt really lovely. And hopefully it'll be a treasure in his family for decades and decades to come. Absolutely stunning. You can really see it as the cloud blue thread right here on the white, and then of course where it stitches over here. It almost looks a little bit gray in the plaid section there. Beautiful. This is one of my favorite border stitch outs. I absolutely love it. Actually, I've done it across a whole quilt, and we had the hearts, I guess they were about maybe 8 inches, and we just stitched it just from row by row by row with the hearts just like that, because that's what she liked. So, and it was loose enough and also tight enough that it, it made her happy. So I just love it. It's one of my favorites. I just like the way it kind of crosses over each other, and then just, it's like a continuous link from heart to heart to heart. And I feel that's the way it is with family. You're a continuous link. All right, almost done, and then I'll really get to show you the stitch out on the last one here. So, and then this is just the first part of the second part of the border of the flip. So, and then I still have the other one to do, and then this project is completely done. And then I trim it up as nice and square as possible, and put it in a nice little baggie, and then put it in a box and mail it off to Miss Alison. So if you're interested in getting your quilts done here at the quilt shop and you would like them featured on one of our Long Arm Wednesday shows, just give us a message. Message us, email us, whatever you like to do. Leave a lovely comment below. We'll contact you. We're happy to do your beautiful projects here. We're happy to show them off. All right, going to put little locking stitches in there. And then right here you can really see that stitch out of the fireman tool. So you can see there's the hose, and then the shovel axe or something like that, and of course the I'm not sure what that is, but you know what I mean, and a beautiful hat and stuff like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Now we'll just kind of scoot down here for a little bit of this part of the project, and you'll see the beautiful quilt that Miss Alison has put together. Isn't that gorgeous? Her grandson's going to absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. How could he not? I want to thank every single one of you for hanging out and, clicking the like button or leaving a comment or anything else like that. We greatly appreciate you here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. Thinking of you. Pop and I are feeling much better. We appreciate all the lovely feedback we've had and the well wishes and everything else like that. And sorry we missed you on the live stream on the weekend, but we will be here on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern and looking forward to seeing every single one of you. So thank you very much. Big hugs to you, and we'll see you real soon. Take care.